Welcome back, everybody, to another ROX Network special. This one is about a new band. They describe themselves as Nu Metal 2.0. Maybe we are seeing a resurgence in the nu metal movement. The band is called Freakshow, and they truly have taken nu metal into whole new areas, and with a greater level of professionalism, and we hope a little more competence along the way. They certainly sound as if they've got what it takes without imploding like so sadly a lot of nu metal bands did, with excellent songs like Built for This Shit, which is on YouTube, by the way, so go and check it out. Freakshow pull no punches, and I'm sure the world will be hearing a lot more from these guys really soon. We've done an interview with them, namely Michael J. Felder, who is the lead guitarist in the band, and it was a pleasure doing an interview with him, I have to say. Here's Michael.
Just go straight through, buddy. Whoa.
It's all right. I just suddenly remembered just press record.
Yeah, that's all good. Yeah, that's cool. That's definitely excellent.
So yeah, with any live dates you're going to have over in Britain, we certainly will look forward to them.
Yeah, I definitely want to do like O2. Boom. That's a nice one. And then, you know, starting from Newcastle and then coming south, you know.
Starting in the high life, Newcastle.
I love Newcastle. I know it, you know, it's just that Geordie, that thick accent, huh? Some people have it.
Yeah.
Like my wife, only when she gets mad can you hear it.
Then you know you're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I totally understand the whole blue-eyed devil thing. Yeah, and you know, 99.9.9, I'm at fault.
Of course.
Yeah, most definitely. But
yeah, back to the music. Back to the music.
I need these things so I can see you. There you go.
Hello. I'll put my glasses on, but I can't find them. You describe yourselves as Nu Metal 2.0. An evolution of nu metal?
I would definitely say that. I know, some people in our circles are like, why are you going to associate yourself with that? People hated that. Well, that's why. So you don't realize how much music right now we're playing and listening to have something to do with nu metal. Absolutely. I mean, a lot of it does, right? So
yeah,
that's what we're doing. And the reason why I call it 2.0 is because there's more metal elements involved than it just being all kind of weird sounds and we'll cut my wrist and all that good jive. We're way more positive and more solid live and really tight.
Your guitar techniques as well are a lot more technical. Not that I'm dissing any of the nu metal bands, because some of that was very technical, but yours has more influences on what I would call classic metal.
Yes, and that's because the realization of guitar rock in the 80s, how prominent it still is. Actually, here we are, 40 years later, and it's still prominent, guitar rock, Yngwie Malmsteen and bands like Rat and Wasp, and that core element is still going to be there, especially as far as song arrangements go. It's definitely still here,
Oh, and it always will be. It always will be.
Yeah.
Thank goodness. Your new CD, self-titled Freakshow?
Yes, album's called Freakshow. If you didn't notice the album cover, did you get the artwork?
Yeah.
Okay. So the tatted face, right? The tattooed face is a statement of today. So people kind of go, well, you know, we see a lot of kids that tat their face and obviously have piercings and all the like. And we're living in a freak show, basically.
Yes.
Like, you know, these times right now with the COVID and everybody with their thin skin can't take a joke. I'm offended. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you know, just like that. So the songs are based around people, politicians, love, because people don't write about love anymore.
No.
So we want to talk about that. We want to bring that kind of back because, well, it is who we are, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a key emotion at the end of the day.
Yep. And then, you know, people who don't think about it that much anymore are going to, because like, well, some of the music's pretty hooky, so you kind of gotta like it, you know. There's some little magic going on there. I'm just gonna leave it at that. But yeah, it kind of is an earworm kind of thing, right? Goes in your head and just grows and grows and grows.
The music is certainly very catchy. And first listen, and I said to my husband, I said, these guys have got it. It's one of them moments where you wouldn't be able to say what word. It's just, you got it. It's there.
Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate that too, by the way.
How did you get on recording? I mean, was you recording through the dreaded Lurgy?
Oh, so this is how we did it, right? We'd gotten our contract right before COVID hit. So we had some different members. This is the story in full here. Okay. Me and Todd, which I know the background, I don't know why this background's doing this. You can see him when I move my hand though.
That's a relief. I thought you was haunted.
Yeah, right.
It's getting close to Halloween, so you know I'm easily scared.
So me and Todd were the last two original members. We were called the Flood before, and then a guy we were working with, his name's Pep Williams. He works with Slayer and Suicidal Tendencies. He's doing something with Jay Adams. Took pictures of that Offset guy. He's one of these guys in the industry here, and he had called me and said, "Hey, you know, you can't use the name The Flood because there's an Australian band making money with that name." We were like, oh my God, what are we going to do? And we had a song called Freakshow. So we were all, let's just go with it, you know? So that's how that all came. So move forward a bit to COVID times. And we got our contract finally from Too Loud, and we were all excited. We were like, yeah, we finally got a publishing deal. And we signed the contract, and it wasn't even like a month or two later, 3 months. And then they're like, COVID. So we were like, no. So it breached our contract because we couldn't hang out. So we couldn't record. We couldn't do anything. And I kind of was like, okay. I started writing all this music. I started writing. And Todd, I was like, dude, check it out. Our space is big enough. You're 6 feet away from me right now. Let's just start recording. Screw it. So that's what ended up happening. And then I put some ads out. I found our drummer Phil Hitchcock. He's in here. You can say hi. Hey. We still hear you. I don't know how that background thing did that. How are you? So Phil's in here. He's from New Hampshire. Really good drummer. Plays with a click. I mean, guy's spot on, right? And so he didn't come to us right away, though. This is what's weird. I talked to him first. Then I talked to the guy who's singing on the album, and then the other guitarist that's on the album. And yeah, I put a band together during COVID, and we still were kind of being safe. Our jam space is pretty big, so we could kind of stay apart and practice and hone the tunes down. And then we started recording the album here at my house. I've been engineering for a long time, good 20 years plus. And so we did the guitars here, bass here, drums here. Then we did the vocals in another studio, which we ended up coming back here to do half the album's vocals. And then it was mixed by our label owner and mastered by them as well. So
So it all came together in the end.
Yeah, it all came together in the end. And then, yeah, it's just been what it's been. I mean, it came out. We got some good response with the first song, Waste, was our first single. We got a very good response with the video. And then our lyric video for Built for This Shit, that song is doing a lot better than Wasted. So we're seeing that people are kind of tending to lean toward the more aggressive side of our sound. So yeah, we know what to do
for the next times.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, as I said before, you describe yourself as new metal 2.0. What influences from new metal 1.0 really got you going?
Well, from the top, okay, bands like Taproot, Korn, obviously, Deftones. Let's see, Mudvayne, that's a big one too, and Static X. So you're leaning toward that little industrial kind of sound, and Jonathan Davis on his own as well. That's kind of some of the stuff I like to listen to still from that era. But I think it's the beats. The beats, the beat is kind of like what drives what I write anyway, because I write from drums. I don't write riffs first. I'll go with drums first and write to drums. So that's just the feel that we get. So I think 1.0 was a big, huge part of rock today. You wouldn't have the Meshuggahs, because see, we like Meshuggah too. So there's some gent parts in our music. We keep it simple though, so we can not confuse too many people as they're listening, you know?
Yeah, but there are some very technical elements guitar-wise. Who are your musical influences in terms of guitarists?
Okay, here's a strange one for you. So Pete Black from King Diamond.
Wow, yeah.
He's one of my favorite guitar players. There's Yngwie Malmsteen. Like, I'm into that kind of thing. So what you get from that is the harmonic minor, and that's what I write the music out of. And both those guys are my favorites that play in that style. And then you have Head and Monkey, obviously big influence. The tuning, you know, the 7-string guitars and the tuning. And then Wes Borland is another one. Crazy sounds, you know, very unique. All these guys I'm talking about are very unique players. They're not your run-of-the-mill type of player. So I kind of like that. Anything strange, you know, the guys in the Faceless. So that's another genre altogether. But I appreciate everybody's music. You know, I don't dislike any kind of music except for, you know, a lot of rap stuff. I'm not into it, but even there's something there too. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's all music at the end of the day.
Yeah. Yep.
You mentioned live shows. I mean, what live shows are coming up? I mean, I assume in the States first.
Yeah, what we've been doing, we just got them playing the world famous Whiskey A Go Go.
Yeah.
October 3rd with the band Flaw, and that was a great night, don't you think, Phil?
Absolutely. Yeah.
What do you think, Todd?
It's a great night.
Yeah, super heavy.
Yeah, they actually laid waste to that stage, so and the audience response for us, it was amazing. So.
Yeah, some good stuff.
Yeah. The place is legendary. Absolutely legendary.
Yeah, I mean, come on, look at all the English bands that have graced that stage.
Yeah,
every time we have played that stage, we we leave a mark.
Mostly in the toilets.
Yeah,
that's not the mark I was leaving, but you know, hey, it counts.
Yeah, very, very good response.
Good response, absolutely good
response. I think because people now in the States are really getting into going and watching cover bands. I mean, people are spending money to go watch people play other people's music because bands writing their original music isn't very good right now. And I think we're kind of going to break that wall down by writing songs that people are going to want to cover, you know?
Absolutely. And things always come round. I mean, you know, it could be New Metal 2.0 could be round the corner, literally. I mean, we've heard certainly quite a few bands that there is the new metal influence there. You can hear it, but they've just, like yourselves, they've taken it one step further. And grunge as well. I mean,
yeah,
they haven't gone as far as buying flannel shirts yet, but they're well on their way to being a grunge band, and it's all music that's for the people, by the people, and that's what rock's all about.
Exactly, and transferring those feelings to the music. Like, so we're all sick of paying taxes. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh yes.
Hey, notice where my hand is? Can you see Phil in the background there?
Oh, Phil.
Yeah, there's Phil. That's a drummer. Can you see it? Can I get Todd in here?
That's weird.
It is weird, dude.
It's a very freaky effect.
I don't want to, yeah. But
animated in the little corner that he's in.
yeah, you know, we especially with the grunge era too. That's another thing. I'm sorry for like leaving that out there.
Not at all.
The grunge era had a lot to do with songwriting as well. If you didn't remember Nirvana, those guys sold a lot of records because of their songwriting, and so bringing that back is what we're attempting to do here now. Is having good song structure, parts of the songs that make you really feel something, and move you, you know. And yeah, very important, the grunge era and new metal, but new metal 2.0 is going to be a term that they will be using. Trust me, they'll be using that term.
Definitely. Yeah, there is a distinct movement there, and we're certainly hearing it here at ROX. It's very obvious. The kind of the growly, you know, you've got one singer that's going hee, and the other one's going whoa, whoa, whoa. That's kind of dying a death now, and
yeah,
because it's now really motion behind the songs.
Right, every band goes rah 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 rah, and you're like, okay, oh wait, clean part, la la la.
Yeah, you know the sort.
yeah, and what happened to the song? See, that's our deal. It's like we want people to have songs to sing back at us when we're playing. They're simple, they're to the point, and you can feel it.
Yeah.
I mean, what more do you need, right?
That's right. That's rock.
Yep.
Every now and then, especially if we've got you all together in some kind of weird psychedelic orange mist, every now and then we do something that we call Six Appeal. This is where we ask 6 questions, some serious questions, some really silly questions.
Completely.
And since we've got you all there in the orange mist, I thought this is going to be extra fun because there'll be like voices coming out of the fog. So question number 1. Which song do you sing in the shower?
You want this guy right here. Phil's going to answer this one first. Let's see if we can get Phil in here.
Yeah, I would say waste, definitely. No, from the album or from the like.
What song do you sing in the shower?
Oh, anything from Journey.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a Steve Perry fan, definitely.
Don't stop believing.
Well, except for that, that's what we played. But
Man. It just echoes.
So what do you think, Todd?
Oh my God. Oh, dude, seriously? Me? Yeah, I'm gonna say anything from our album, but I'm not gonna tell you which song. No, shoot. My favorite of all of this, I really, for me, The Situation is a really, really strong, like really melodic song, and I catch myself singing it all the time. It's just got a really, really beautiful backbone to it. It's a little sexual, but it's really, really got a great backbone to it. You know, we have a lot of stuff that's obviously singable on the album, but for me, I mean, that's the song where, you know, I catch myself singing that in the yard when I'm working. I catch myself singing it when I'm out and about.
Me, anything Deftones, anything Korn. In the shower, totally. Yeah, either or, yeah, because I love those bands too, very much. Yep.
All right. Sweet or savory?
Sweet or savory? Go.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Savory. I like salty shit. I just
And me, I'm both. Got to be both on my
There you
plate.
go, man.
And if you don't mix your food, something's wrong with
there
you.
you go.
I lived in England, man. You already know I lived in England. It's like you need
Yeah.
both.
Yeah. We do eat some very strange things over here.
Oh, I wish we had a chippy over here.
Oh,
Just a chippy. Just one chippy, please. Or a Greg's.
which will lead us then to question number 3. Battered Mars bar, yes or no?
What?
What is it?
Battered?
Battered Mars bar.
Never-
Seriously?
Yeah, that's what we have over here.
Dude, you need to get out of the house more. And that's a go. And that's a yes. That's a yes from me. Ding.
Yeah,
Will you send me one?
When you come over to the UK, fellas, you will experience the battered Mars bar, and if you manage to survive it, then you know.
We have a fair that goes on, the Del Mar Fair that goes on every year, and they have all these vendors that do nothing but fried stuff, like fried Twinkies, fried Oreos, fried everything.
Wow.
I've never in my life ever heard of a battered Mars bar. Mike's told me a lot of stuff about the time he was over there, but that I hadn't heard yet.
Yeah.
So that sounds great.
It's all good. You're going to learn a lot. Don't worry. Because the minute we land, we're hitting the
You've
correct.
got to educate them into British culture. It's
Oh,
important.
yeah.
Let me lose a few pounds.
Oh, and the first things first, right, is a big breakfast. Full English. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Huge amounts of tea. Like, guys just have no idea. It's like, oh my God, I just saw a car accident. Get the kettle on.
That's how we deal with most of life is tea.
Yeah.
What is your most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to you on stage?
On stage, I couldn't sleep for 3 days, and someone gave me some sleeping pills, and I was on stage. First time it's ever happened, only time it's ever happened. And I'm playing, and I lost the beat, and it was embarrassing because we had a really big crowd. It was a cover band, but very big crowd. That was embarrassing for me. Other than that, it's all fun for me. But that was an embarrassing moment because I almost passed out. It was embarrassing, absolutely. But
Nice.
Anybody else? Anybody else willing to admit to an embarrassing situation?
I got a great one for you. It was back in the 90s. So I was in Arizona playing at a beautiful bar out there. We were playing on the outside at Boston's wall. What was it? Mike, name one of the big bands that were out there. I think it was Cherry Poppin' Daddies. I'm not positive, but I think it was Cherry Poppin' Daddies.
That's my friend Tim Donahue's band.
And we were playing on the outside patio. And anyway, the stage that they had set up, it was great. It was a 2-tiered stage, drums up on top, guitar and bass down below. And the problem was that the way they set it up, it looked like it was a solid unit. I went to move back towards the drummer, and I went to go talk to him while we were in the middle of a song, playing. Everything was going copacetic, and the what looked like a curtain, it was just the carpet or whatever that went over. No, this was tables stacked on top of stuff. So it was a hole, and I stepped into the hole, landed, wrapped myself, fell back, still playing. Our band manager was in the table right in front of the stage with his girlfriend watching us the whole time, busting up laughing, and I'm just sitting there playing. But yeah, never again. I learned to not ever lose focus of the front of stage. I'm never turning around again. So yeah, that was bad.
For me, the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me on stage was just breaking a string, to be honest.
Oh.
That's embarrassing though, because well, for me, it's totally embarrassing because, well, should have changed those strings before you went on stage. Hello. But yeah, that's about it. I haven't really had any strange happenings on stage. I'm pretty prepared before I go though. Just one of those kind of people, you know.
Professional. Right. Who in the world would you most like to play on stage? Can be living or dead.
Rick Emmett.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
From Triumph, remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Seriously.
Yeah, it's a simple question.
Yeah.
For me, Steve DiGiorgio is one of my favorite bass players. I love the guy.
Right.
He's been in a lot of stuff, Def, a few other bands, but he's amazing. I love the guy.
Lucky enough, I've been in bands that have played a lot of shows with a lot of different people. Who I would like to get reacquainted with is Korn. I would definitely play on stage with those guys again, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Got memories of the old days before they were signed. They opened up for a band I was in San Diego called they opened up at a venue called Dream Street where they got signed actually. And yeah, I was like 94 when we were all kids. So
it could happen.
Yeah. Most definitely. So that's why we're kind of like going to be bringing the new thing, I think, because, well, some of us were there when it came around 1.0. So time for change.
The old guard move aside.
Yeah.
Final question. Meat or veg?
What is it?
Meat or veg?
Meat or veg?
Oh, meat. Meat all the way. Absolutely.
Meat. Definitely.
Yeah,
no veggies.
No veggies.
No veggies.
Maybe the side, but
well, unless you're having like mash and mushy peas, man. Mushy peas. I gotta stand up for mushy peas right now. Yeah, but totally with a steak.
Fellas, it has been an absolute blast talking to you, and we really do wish you all the best for the album and the tour. And for New Metal 2.0, bring it on if they're all like you. Keep on rocking, guys. Thank you so much for the interview.
All righty. Thank you, Kerry.